My name is Thor Nelson, and I'm Vice President of Aspen Waste Systems. We are a garbage, trash, and recycling hauler. We're located here in Minneapolis, St. Paul. We're also in Des Moines, Iowa, and St. Louis, Missouri. We did a project with Laserfiche application. The project was focused on our accounts payable process, and we made the entire approval process electronic. We had been using Laserfiche for document storage. As a company, we receive about, several hundred invoices every month, and the approval of all of those invoices used to be by paper. We'd have big folders that we'd route around the office. Every invoice has 2 to 3 approvers, and we used to use Laserfiche to store those documents after everything had been approved and after the check had been cut. As we grow, we needed to find ways to become more efficient. We wanted to make the approval process electronic, so it didn't matter where the approver was, whether they were here, St. Louis, Des Moines. We also didn't want to have accounts payable staff in every office. We wanted to be able to be location neutral on that too. So we worked with Solbreck to use Laserfiche not only as document storage, but as a workflow tool. And Chad Brinkman at Solbreck was our partner in the project. And we started by just mapping out our entire accounts payable process and identifying different points of approval, different risk areas, since it's a risk area for the company. And we just mapped out the process, and then we started building it within the workflow tool. Now all those invoices are routed electronically, moving through Laserfiche. Every approval happens electronically, and then in the end, the documents are stored the same way they used to be. But now, instead of scanning them after the process, we scan them as soon as we get them, and they move through Laserfiche through the new workflow tool. We're a growing company, but we still in many ways act like a small company, and I think it forced us to think about the discipline we have in our approval and making sure that we've addressed each risk area, and that we really define what groups of invoices require which approvers. We previously had a general manager in each office that would be the one that would for sure review every invoice, but we've become more disciplined, I think, in identifying which invoices need to follow which approval path. And I think that's been one of the outcomes of the project, was that not only did we achieve the original goal of making the approvals electronic, but I feel much more confident in the process in that I think there's less risk of error. I think we're more accurate. I think we're more certain that the right people have reviewed the invoice as it comes in. And so that wasn't the primary goal when we set out on the project, but I think that's actually been probably a more important outcome of the project. I think Solbreck is a company that you can try to be creative with. This was a project that I don't think Solbreck had done anything exactly like it before. I know that there had been other accounts payable workflow projects, but every company's different sizes, different procedures, and so even though they had focused on this area before, a lot of it, was new work for Chad, and it was very comfortable to think through it with him and to ask questions and be creative. And I think that's one of the opportunities that any other company has in working with Solbreck. We've worked with Solbreck for many years, and they've been a good partner with us. And Chad worked with us as if he was, part of our company and part of our team, and that's been Solbreck's overall approach with us, and we feel very confident working with them.